Hello. This is the last time I'm going to attempt to try to do this live stream on preparing for success. Okay, if nothing else, I just need to get this out because I promised and committed to 21 days of a topic that relates to single motherhood. And I have been trying to do this live stream. I tried to include Tegan on the first one. That was unsuccessful. She fell asleep. It was just not good. She was not really paying attention. She was not involved and engaged in the best way that I thought that she should be. Then I had to go and accept this award on behalf of my mother for the NAACP. So I was like rushing into some place. And so now it is almost 10 o'clock at night, if not 10 o'clock already. And I'm trying to finish this commitment. And I think that this speaks volumes about the topic at hand, which is preparing for success. Now, preparing means to make ready for. To make ready for. And success means the aim of an accomplishment or goal. So to prepare for success means to make yourself ready for the accomplishment of a goal. And so when you think about preparedness and when you think about making yourself ready for an accomplishment of a goal, then that means, and I referenced in the initial video that I did, that there's this girl that I had done some business with before, and she truly, if you can say whatever you want to say about her, but I can tell you straight out that she has made her life, her entire life, the landscape of her life is surrounding social justice work on every single level. She has truly professionalized her life on every single level. You know, from the point that she wakes up in the morning to the point that she goes to bed at night, the way that she speaks to people, it's all super strategic. She's very, and some people might think that that's like a little bit kind of overkill, and you know, they don't want to live their life that deliberately. But when you're preparing for success, I think that there's components of like my thought process at this point, now that I am on the precipice of like reaching like some of the goals that I have outlined for many, many years, that I think that there is some truth to being super deliberate in that way about the way that you communicate and interface with people, about everything that you're doing. Like all those things should align and make sense for as you move forward to accomplish that specific goal. All of those things the things that you're doing in your life, the connections that you're making, the conversations that you have should be all about what that particular purpose is. And the more that I live and the more that I am actualizing success in my life, the more that I see the relevance in living a life that deliberate. Because like I said in one of my previous posts, that the things that me even cultivating and nurturing the goals that I had, that all happened serendipitously. So like some of the things that I'm saying, you know, I don't know, like some things I'll say are like, I don't know, it's by happenstance. But then some of the other things that I'll say are like, whoa, like you should really act super deliberate. And I think that that's all about even keeping in connection with God. You know, that's why you always got to stay connected to source, because God knows everything. And so that's why you always got to stay prayed up and everything, because some things you can plan and prepare for, other things they just happen. Like you don't have any control over them. You know, some things will just happen. Like tonight at this event, I didn't even want to really I'm not like an award ceremony kind of a person. You know, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful of the event. It was absolutely wonderful. It was absolutely beautiful. They honored my mother at this specific event, and so under no condition would I ever say anything to disrespect the event. But I'm just not a kind of person that likes to go and do those kinds of, you know, award ceremony kinds of things and stuff like that. I'm not really a person like that. But I made a super dope connection tonight, like dope connection tonight, you know. And that I didn't plan for that, you know, but I had to be prepared. I had to be prepared to honor that connection. And that's because now, like I said, I'm doing everything now to prepare myself to receive all the things that God has outlined for me. And that's, I think, a part of the sanctification process, being set apart, you know, being set apart for his purposes for you, you know. And I think that there's a component of that where hey Lisa, where you are supposed to be nurturing your natural gifts, talents, skills, and ability. You know, if you have an inclination to be a dancer, then I think that you know, you don't ever know what's going to happen. Like, that means that you want to put yourself in the best mind frame to be, you know, like your body to be in its best and most optimal condition. You know, we should be preparing that way for anyway. You know, that's what I think preparedness means. Like, you know you're going to need to be healthy. You know that you're going to need to be organized. You know that you're going to need your home to be organized in a way that makes sense for the landscape of what your life represents. You know that you're going to need to have your laundry done. You know that your children are going to need to be occupied while you're handling business. So that means that setting up the structure in your life that supports the landscape and supports your accomplishments, then that's important to maintain. That's important to outline. That's important to have the foresight to know what your needs are going to be so that you can be successful. That's it. So, yeah, that's it. So, I'm going to end this live stream, and I'm going to go in here and get something to drink. And then I'm going to go home. And that's it. Does anybody have any questions for me? Lisa, you're the only one on here, so you probably don't have any questions for me. Lisa told me today that she made a really delicious ice cream cake. Homemade ice cream cake. It had Nutter Butter cookies on it, cookie dough, ice cream, all kind of delicious stuff. I want to start doing that. I probably should bounce out from here because I'm probably in a tricky place right now. I'll let you know. But I tell y'all I am. You know what I am. I ain't scared. I'm not scared, but I'm probably gonna lock the doors. There's not a lot of people that look like me over here, so I probably should bounce out from this area. I hope they don't be like, go back to your own. You're not welcome here, girl, gal. I had a teacher call me gal in high school, and I'm still offended. He called me gal. You're not supposed to call nobody. See, you ain't supposed to. Don't call me that, gal. I went into school. It was Mr. Estep. He said that to me. He said I was walking in the hallway, and the PE teacher told me to take my hat off. It was after school, and I had the hat on. And he said, take that hat off, gal. Had that been 2016, what would have happened? Is that rude or what? You not... I'm sleepy. Alright, I gotta go. That's how y'all... See, these kids these days don't understand those kinds of things. You know, you probably don't think that's no big deal, do y'all? That somebody called you gal. That's racist. You ain't supposed to call it... Okay, well... Alright, that's why you need to, if you don't know that that's racist, then you need some friends or some, there's a racial, I'm not saying that man is racist, but I am saying that to call somebody gal, there is a racial overtone and connotation to that. Right, John Wiley? Or boy. You can't say boy or gal to black people. You can't. John, how you been? DM me. It's been a long time. Are you still in DC? I have the absolute worst headache. The absolute worst. The absolute worst. Okay. I love y'all. I'm out of here.